Let's look at multimedia input devices that we can use to have input images and video in our computer. So nowadays we can use our personal computers as digital telephones, video conferencing units, or powerful audio and video editors. So to do so, we need specific audio and video devices. Some of them can be input devices, other are output devices, and some of them are input and output devices because they can perform both functions. So let's look at some of them, and we've also included in this unit the image download function of a photo camera, for example. So let's start with the sound card for audio input and output. A sound card is a device that enables us to record and play audio files. So in the first personal computers, actually, a sound card was not standard. And if you wanted to have audio capabilities with your computer, you had to specifically add this. Nowadays, most personal computers just have a sound card integrated into their motherboard, and it's just there. The integrated card that we find in most personal computers works with stereo audio, so it's 2 channels, and it has speaker output and 2 audio inputs. One for line level audio and the other for microphone level audio. And this is because microphones actually generate an electric signal that is much more smaller than the ones that are generated by other audio devices. So that's why we have 2. The audio quality of integrated sound cards is usually not too good, but it's good enough for your audio and video conferencing needs and for an occasional audio playback. And if you want to work with higher quality audio, well, then you just need to add another audio card that has more quality. So there's internal audio cards that we can put into the computer using one of the expansion slots. And there's also external audio cards that are connected to one of the communication buses available. And the most commonly external audio cards just use a USB 2 bus and offer very high quality audio. And you can find them with 2 or more channels. So for example, to be able to record several instruments at the same time, you have them with optical output to connect to hi-fi systems and with surround capabilities and many other functions. So if we want to record from a microphone with high audio quality, for example, because we want to record a weekly podcast, maybe, and we do not want to install an extra audio card, we can actually buy USB microphones, and those include a microphone and all the necessary electronics to send digital audio to your computers. So USB microphones are a very easy way to do audio recording with high quality. If you prefer to work with audio in a traditional way, you can use, for example, an audio mixer with a USB connection to send the results to your computer. And the easiest way actually to do input video in a computer is just using a USB webcam. That captures video, converts it, and sends it to a computer using a USB 2 bus. You can find very good high definition webcams in the market around $1,000, and its quality is more than enough for your video conferencing needs. And you can also use it if you want to capture, for example, and edit some video and you don't need it to specifically be of very high quality. And also most photo and video cameras have a USB port that gives you access to their internal memory as a read-only disk drive, and you can download the images and the videos from your camera directly to your computers. And also smartphones and tablets have these capabilities and work the same way. You can just connect them to your computer and download all the audio, video and photos you have on there to your computer. So most of these devices, what they have is internally a solid state flash card as a media storage, and in some cases you can even extract this flash card and just put it in your computer and use a flash card reader to transfer the files to your computer. So you can also add a video capture card to your computer. They will let you capture live video from an HDMI port of your camera, for example. And there is the Blackmagic Designs Decklink family that you can use as a very cheap internal capture card for Windows, Mac and Linux. And the Blackmagic design also have an Intensity family, which is composed of external capture devices that you can connect to your computer using a USB 3 or Thunderbolt buses. And these devices all have options to capture professional videos and use formats like SDI, HD SDI, 4K or analog component videos. So old DV and HDV cameras also still use a general purpose bus called FireWire that lets you manage a video device from a computer in real time. And if you need to connect to a camera with this bus, you can just add a FireWire card to your computer and you can connect it to that. So FireWire is known as IEEE 1394 and it has two versions, which is FireWire 4000 and FireWire 8000. So we have seen a little bit all the possible multimedia input devices that you can use to transfer audio and video to your computer.